Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the channel where today I am going to be reviewing The Aylesford Skull by James P. Blaylock. Now, James P. Blaylock is the father of the steampunk genre, so I had never before this book ever read anything in the steampunk genre, so I was curious and might as well go to the source, so to speak. Now, James Blaylock is an American author which apparently is really good friends with another author that I love to hate, hate to love kind of thing, which is Tim Powers. So now you can check my Tim Powers author overview in the link below, which I've got a lot of his books and mixed emotions about it. You might be aware of that if you follow my channel regularly. And they were both disciples, followers, students of Philip K. Dick. Yes, that Philip K. Dick. So kind of pretty good credentials, right? Now, The Aylesford Skull is book 5 in the Narbondo series, Narbondo being Dr. Ignacio Narbondo, the sort of antagonist of this series, which is made up of 6 books published from 1984, the first book, which is The Digging Leviathan, and then following on with Homunculus, Lord Kelvin's Machine, Zuglodon, don't know if I pronounced that correctly, Aylesford Skull, and then Beneath London, which was published in 2015. Now, obviously, possibly, nobody wants to dive into a series, 5 books into it, but it is a self-contained story that can be read as a standalone. Yes, you get the feeling that Dr. Narbondo and our main protagonist, Langdon St. Ives, have got history there and so on, and some events are referenced, but the book works well as a standalone. The story, so we encounter Langdon St. Ives and his wife. They settle in the village of Aylesford in London, 19th century, in this alleged sort of Victorian times, a steampunkish thing, where he's there pottering around with his inventions, and then someone tries to poison him or his wife, and their child is kidnapped by the evil Dr. Narbondo, and off he goes to rescue his son, and there's a plot to blow up something and start some kind of anarchist revolution, so to speak. That's the summary of the plot in a nutshell. Was the book enjoyable? Yes, it was. It was an enjoyable, very nice, easy read. I mean, you'd not want to come here for really fully fleshed, developed, engaging characters, because they really are not. I mean, Langdon St. Ives is this kind of Sherlock Holmes type figure, and Dr. Narbondo is kind of this Moriarty kind of figure. So much so that actually in the book, Arthur Conan Doyle, so the Arthur Conan Doyle, makes an appearance. He's like a sort of tertiary character that gets involved in the rescue of St. Ives' child. So there you go. Now, it's a nice setting in Victorian London, and I lived there for so long, so the places ring a bell, and the roads and the situations that he refers and relates to. But I didn't really get any steampunk vibes. I mean, there was nothing there to... This could have been a historical setting. I mean, I know like steampunk is pretty much like a sort of path not taken sort of alternative history, and there isn't going to be much deviation from actual history, but that flavor, that whiff of steampunk, I didn't get. I didn't get it at all. Yes, at some point St. Ives is flying a sort of dirigible Zeppelin type machine, but that's it. That's all there is to it. So it's very, very minimal kind of steampunk flavor, and I was a little bit disappointed with that. So I don't think I'm not going to continue with this series. There is nothing wrong with it. The plot is relatively well threaded, although some things don't really make much sense. There isn't a lot of much motivation there. There's an element of this supernatural in this sort of scientific world that I didn't quite really get, or didn't gel that well for me. But it was a fun, easy read. However, if I want a fun, easy read in between heavier books, personally, I'll just stick to the Dresden Files rather than continue with this. But I am glad I gave it a try. I am glad I gave it a go, and I got to read something a little bit different from what normally I would read, but it didn't quite gel for me. It didn't make me want to continue with it. But anyway, maybe you've got different experience, a different opinion, and you want to share, so please do so in the comments below. And that is all I've got for today. As usual, thank you ever so much for watching. Please, if you haven't done so, like, subscribe, take lots and lots of care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.